Evelyn and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are, surprise, building another house. This one is not a tiny house though, I just want to point that out. So a couple of days ago, I put up a vote or a poll on the community tab asking you guys what size of houses you wanted to see. Some of you said apartments and some of you said community lots. That was not a part of the question. But I will still do apartments like hopefully weekly, but I'm not gonna make any promises. If I'm not feeling like doing or decorating an apartment, I'm not gonna go into it. But because then it won't turn out like it'll just be tedious for me and I don't want to do that. Community lots are a different issue. I just don't enjoy building them because they're so commercial. I like homes. I like the feeling of home, if that makes sense. Like I like everything to be cozy and homey and you know, that sort of thing, whatever. That sort of vibe. So community lots are very different. But I asked you guys size of houses or about sizes of houses. I don't know if house sizes. Yes, anyways. And you voted that you wanted to see more medium-sized houses. So today we are building what I would consider a medium-sized house. It's on a 30 by 20. It's a 2-floor house or a 2-story house. I'm not good with 1-story houses either. Some of you guys said that you wanted to see those, but I just don't like how they look. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, they're flat and long and I don't enjoy that. I don't like looking at it, so I prefer 2-story houses. I've said that a couple of times. I can't explain why. It's just my personal preference. I have considered building another mid-century modern house lately though, because they are fun to do interior wise, because I like mid-century modern interiors design. So I might do something like that, but as of right now, I'm not planning on doing like a big family home that's just a 1-story house because I feel like they never turn out to look good because they're so flat, but that's just my personal preference. But you said medium-sized houses, so that is what we're doing today, or at least in my opinion, this is a medium-sized house. I think some of you guys would probably consider this a bigger house, but I have built just about any size that you can think of, so to me this is considered a medium-sized house, and I think that anything you can put on a 30 by 20 would be considered a medium-sized house, unless it's very small on the 30 by 20. That is probably a smaller house, but anyways. So yeah, that is what we're doing today, and this house is built in Willow Creek. You can look at the neighborhood. Everyone, or not everyone, but I often get the question like, what lot is this built on? And I've not had the default lot names in my save file for, I don't even know, 1.5 years, so I don't remember because I never go back to a default save file. I just keep building in this one basically. If I want to change it to, if I wanted to change it to another season, I'll go into a different save file because I have a save file for every single season. Even though I have MCCC so I can actually change the seasons, I still go into another save file. I don't really know why. I just do that and it's kind of weird, but it's fine, whatever. It's not really important, but because of that, because I don't have the default lot names here anywhere, as you can see this lot is currently called Christmassy whatever. Why is it called that? Have I built something Christmassy on this lot? I don't really know. But yeah, because of that, it's kind of hard for me to explain what lot it is. So you're going to have to look at the surroundings. But it's on a 30 by 20 in Willow Creek. And the house has room for 2 parents, 1 teen, 1 child, and also a dog. You could possibly fit in a litter box in one of the bathrooms, or at least 2 of the bathrooms actually. And especially the bottom, the bathroom on the bottom floor, it's quite big. You could easily fit in a litter box there. So if you'd rather live in this house and your household has a cat, you could possibly fit in the litter box for the cat somewhere in the house. That should be easy enough. So yeah, and also the facade. So the front of the house is inspired by a picture that I saw on Pinterest. However, I did not see the rest of the house and I did change it up a bit. I went for a different color scheme, I think, too. I wanted this to be sort of rustic on the exterior and also on the interior. So we're gonna go for brown, like a lot of brown basically. It's been a while since the last time I did interior with darker brown wood tones, so I wanted to do something like that, and that's what I decided to go for today. So we're going back to basics basically. I used to do a lot of interiors like this, like a lot of darker brown interiors, and I felt like it had been a while, so I really wanted to do that again. So yeah. Also, I didn't really know what to call this house, so it kind of has a weird name, Welcoming Rustic Family Home, but genuinely I didn't know what to call this because the family doesn't really have like a specific theme or anything, so it's not like single parent whatever or grandparents whatever, I don't really know. As you can hear, I am so good at coming up with build names, so anyways, you're welcome for that. But yeah, that is what we're doing today. I don't really know what to say. Yesterday's video was, the voiceover did not fit yesterday. It was like the voiceover was done Friday, which might have been a little bit confusing. I don't really know. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I did say that I was gonna push the video to Saturday. I planned on having the video up Friday and then being able to record something for Saturday, either on a Saturday or once I came home again. But we basically, me and my friends, or my friends and I, basically decided to, after dinner, just, we bought some whiskey and they had some coffee. I had it with Coca-Cola instead, and we just hung out and chatted and stuff. So I wasn't home until like 1:30 or something, and I didn't want to release the video then because YouTube is kind of like half dead at 1:30. At least, okay, it's still half dead, but Europe is asleep, so it's kind of half dead, if that makes sense. So I didn't want to release it at that point because it just felt like it was a little bit too late. You're getting an insight into like YouTube, what was that? YouTube analytics right now, and like real-time views. What is it called? Yeah, real-time views, I suppose. Peak hour and stuff, I don't really know. I'm not good with that stuff. I feel like around 6 o'clock is a good time to post. When I say 6 o'clock, I mean 6 p.m. CET. I actually think I used to post at 6 p.m. when I lived in Scotland too, so that's 7 p.m. CET. Wow, time zones. I am so confusing myself right now. But anyways, I didn't want to release the video at that time, so I just kind of pushed it. But that also meant there was one less video up this week compared to, or whatever. I had decided on 5, but it was 4. But I hope it's okay with you guys anyways. It's okay with me. So yeah, that's basically been my weekend, just hanging out with a couple of friends, and I worked on this house pretty much all day yesterday, and that's been about it. So I hope yours has been a little bit more eventful, even though I feel like actually hanging out with my friends was pretty good. So that's eventful in itself. But I hope that you maybe had some nice experiences or something. So yeah, anyways, let me know if you did anything interesting this weekend. And yeah, that's about it for the rambling. I like to ramble just a little bit when I'm doing the exterior because I never know what to say. It's like I'm choosing wallpapers now, and the windows are from Seasons. The front door is from Discover University. It's supposed to be for medium wall height, but if you place it, actually, if you click on one of the walls and you change it to medium wall height, and make sure to have bb.moveobjects on, by the way, then you get access to the medium wall height windows and also doors, and you can place them on the build, and then you can change the wall height afterwards, but the doors and the windows will still stay on the build. It's kind of fancy sometimes. Sometimes it'll be a little bit annoying, the windows, if you don't place them, or if you choose one of the very tall windows or doors, they'll kind of poke through the ceiling a little bit, which is not that pretty. Like you can see the door from the second floor, which is not optimal. But this door is just small enough so that it doesn't peek through the ceiling, and I like to use it because of that sometimes. So I like that it fills out the entire wall, so it's not like, how do you explain that? It's there's no space, no gap above the door. Like you can see with the back door here, which is from Seasons, there's a bit of a gap above the door, but because I'm using a medium wall height door, the one from Discover University, there's no gap anymore, and I like that. I like how that looks. So also it had the perfect color. It went well with the Seasons windows, and we're kind of going for a little bit of a craftsman house vibe for the exterior today as well. And I felt like that door was really good for that. So honestly, when I started the interior, I didn't really know what kind of style I wanted to go for, like interior design style, or what kind of color scheme I wanted to go for either. I knew that I wanted it to be darker because, like I said, it had been a while since I'd done like a dark wood sort of interior. I have stuck to the more lighter tones lately, so the more beigey kind of wood tones, and I just really wanted to use some darker woods. That's all I knew, so I just kind of jumped into it. I don't think we're gonna go, or I don't think we're going for a specific kind of style. A lot of it is very rustic though, as you can see with the hallway table. I feel like the dining table right here is also fairly rustic, and we're using some of the brick right here from base game. I've been using that white brick so often. I'm aware, like I know that I overuse that brick, but it's gorgeous, so I can't stop myself. That's just how it is right now. I'll get over it at some point. At some point I'll start overusing some other wallpaper, but for now I'm sticking to the white brick. So anyways, and we're also using a lot of plants, and what else, just a lot of dark woods and a lot of bookcases and you know, all that good stuff. But I didn't really know what kind of color scheme, like what other colors I wanted to add to the interior, so I don't think we're going for like a specific color scheme other than the dark brown. I think there's a little bit of blue in the living room and possibly also in the kitchen actually, because I ended up changing the flooring to a blue tile one instead. But other than that, I don't really recall going for any sort of specific color scheme other than like blue tones here and there, but that's about it. Maybe that is a color scheme, dark brown and blue. Actually, that does sound like a color scheme, so I guess that's the color scheme that we're going for, but it was not intentional. I did not sit down and decide I wanted to go for dark brown and blue. It just kind of happened. So I like how the kitchen here turned out. I didn't end up going for the island counters with the hallway table right here. I ended up going just for the counters. So they do have a little bit of like a breakfast area at, you know, they can sit there and eat at the counters. And I like having that actually. I would like to have something like if I had a house myself, I would like to have something like that. So like a bar you can actually sit at and eat at, instead of having to sit at the dining table in the morning, because I feel like that's a lot of work. So I also have breakfast at my computer because I watch like late night shows in the morning. But that's just me. I tell you guys way too much. Like, you don't need to know that about me. No one needs to know that I have breakfast at my computer. I feel like it's kind of sad a little bit, but I also don't get the point in sitting at the dining table alone and have breakfast. Like, it's just boring sitting there looking out the window and stuff. Maybe if I had like, if it was summertime, because I have a nice terrace, and if I had some outdoors furniture, I could maybe go out there and, I don't know, read a magazine or something while having my breakfast. But right now, I would just sit at my dining table alone and just stare out the window, and that seems kind of like a waste of time. So I go and watch late night shows in the morning, American late night shows, because I find them very funny. So that's basically it. Anyways, now you know that. You're welcome. Moving on. So we're cluttering up the kitchen right here because obviously we need clutter. They did announce, or they didn't announce. They've announced nothing other than the fact. So, okay, if you guys are not on Twitter, they did announce, or our community manager, Simguru Frost, Andy, did announce that there's not going to be a Maxis Monthly this month, which in my head means that we're not getting any new content, so there won't be any pack release, and most likely there won't be any new update either, like a new free update, which is kind of weird a little bit. I don't really know, also because I don't consider the hot tub a proper update, but I'm not going to get into that because it's a sensitive subject. So it's a little bit weird. It's very quiet these days. I don't really know what's going on, and I'm really hoping that they're at least gonna announce something this month. Like, that would be great. But Jovan, the Sims community? What's their page called? I should know. I'm so unprofessional. But he wrote that EP 9 is coming, so we kind of already knew that because they release EPs around June, the end of June. So I've been assuming that the next EP would just be announced or released around the time, and I'm still just counting on that. But they're working on that, so at least we know that's coming. I really hope that there's gonna be a lot of clutter in that pack. Let me know what kind of theme you want to see. Like, what do you hope this expansion pack theme is going to be? because to me, I don't really know. I would love something like farming. As you guys probably know, I want really fluffy, cute sheep, but I also feel like it would be really difficult for them to fit in farming, like the whole farming pack into just one pack, because there's a lot to farming and they could only fit 2 pets into cats and dogs. So we're getting our hopes high by hoping for, I don't know, 4 different animals for a farming pack, you know? And also tractors on top of that, and a proper world with fields and stuff as well. So I don't really know if that's even possible, but I would love something like that. Also because I feel like the interior style for a pack like that would be right up my alley, like rustic country. It's so not what I like in real life, but for The Sims, it's perfect. It's right up my alley. It's kind of weird that it's like that. If you saw my apartment in real life, you'd be like, what is this? This girl is a stranger. Her houses look nothing like this. I kid you not. I post pictures all the time on Pinterest. Or, no, not on Pinterest. On Instagram. I know my social media anyways. So, like, my apartment looks nothing like my Sims houses. But I love that rustic country interior. I think it's so, so cute. Would not want to live in it myself, but for The Sims, I love it. So I'd love to see a pack with more stuff like that. But for the rest of like the farming aspect, I don't really know if they could fit it into a pack like that. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're hoping for. I would love to hear you guys out on that. And anyways, other than that, we're currently working on the living room area, and also I kind of closed off the living room area just a little bit, but not really. So it's still really, really open. I just wanted to add kind of like a wall to this room because the room was really, really big. So they have like a closed off area here, which is not closed off, but I'm going to call it that anyways, where they have a computer and some bookcases. There is one of the sentries or whatever that thing is called. And other than that, yeah, some postcards and stuff. And then they have the living room area with like more bookcases and a fireplace, a TV, some couches, and you know, the usual living room stuff. But that's basically the common room in this house. So, and this is the only bathroom that I'm showing you guys. The other 2 bathrooms are on the 2nd floor, so the parents have their own ensuite, even though it's very tiny. But they're also only 2 people, so they don't need that much space. And there is another bathroom on the 2nd floor too. I'm basically just using the same items and going for the same color scheme, so I didn't want to keep them in the video because it just gets kind of repetitive and boring and stuff. So I just kind of didn't record them. I hope that's okay. I usually do that and I never get comments on it anyways, so I'm gonna count on it being okay with you guys. But in this bathroom is also where they have the laundry machines, so there should be hampers in the other 2 bathrooms. And I actually, do you guys prefer when you put hampers in the bedrooms or in the bathrooms? Because I don't remember how it works for gameplay, but for the longest time at least, I've put the hampers in the bathrooms instead of in the bedrooms. But I don't know if that causes any issues or whatever. Maybe if the bathrooms aren't close enough to the bedrooms, the clothes won't actually turn up in the hamper. They'll just kind of lay on the floor or something. So let me know. I don't really remember how it works and I would like to know. I could go play test it myself, but I'm doing a voiceover right now, so. Also, I know that these 2 pictures or tapestries, whatever those are called, I know that they're kind of a little bit out of place in this interior, but I never used them and I really wanted to use them, so I decided to just go ahead and use them for the parents' bedroom right here. But I do realize that they're not like perfect for the interior style that we're going for, whatever that style is. They're kind of random a little bit, but the color scheme wise, they kind of fit as well, but it's just, they're a little bit random. I just really wanted to use them, and I also used the mirror from Jungle Adventure just to justify using those tapestries. So anyways, we have moved on to what I think is the teen's bedroom. So this teen likes to play music. It's been a while, I think, possibly not, since last time I made a teen's room where they had instruments. I used to do those basically every single build because I like putting a piano or keyboard. This is called a keyboard in my teens' bedrooms, just because I used to have that in my own bedroom, I think. So to me, it's just natural that every teen has a keyboard, apparently. I don't know what that's about. But it had been a while, so I decided to add it in this bedroom. And yeah, it's a very creative teen who lives in this bedroom. The llama poster was kind of random too, but I just felt like there are certain things that I rarely use. The poster is from Cool Kitchen Stuff. That's what it's called. Yeah, I think Cool Kitchen Stuff. And it's a stuff pack. And I haven't used it much lately, and I've never used the llama poster, so I kind of suddenly remembered it was a thing, so I decided to put it there, but I know it's really random. It's kind of cool though, because it's a llama, but it's still a little bit random. Maybe that's the theme that we're going for today. Random. Could be. But anyways, so the teen also has their own laptop and also a desk where they can sit and do their homework too. I think I also gave them a journal just because I think it's a good thing to have for gameplay purposes, because it does add some stats. What is it? Emotional control or something? And stats? Is that what it's called? Values? I don't remember, but they add something that came with parenthood, so I like to add those in my builds too, just so you can use it if you want to. And now we moved on to the kids' bedroom, so it's the last room that we're doing in the house. I think I also decorated the hallway off cam, and what else? I think that's about it. And then we're moving on to the backyard afterwards. But the kit in here is maybe another creative kit. I never used the drawing table, so I felt like putting it in this build, and I kind of put it over in the corner. So the wall above the drawing table is empty. It's basically empty so that you guys can fill it up with drawings that the kid has done. It's supposed to be empty for that purpose, just so you know. I could have put some of the debug paintings or pictures, drawings, from I think Seasons or something, but I decided not to. I just wanted to keep it completely empty for gameplay purposes, so that's what that's about. But other than that, they should have basically everything they should need. They have one of the medical kits. They also have a toy box over here. I think I sized it down once, but it should still work. And also a plushie, their own little desk as well, with homework and also a journal. And yeah, that was it. So we have moved on to the backyard. Honestly, before I started the backyard, I had no idea what I was going to do with it, like literally none. I was watching James Bond at the same time, so I was watching the first three ones with Daniel Craig, so they're not the newest ones, but he's the newest. You guys get what I mean. Like the first three was Daniel Craig, because they were on one of the streaming sites that we have here in Denmark, and I just felt like watching it. There's a new one out right now. I don't know if they've actually managed to release it because of Corona and stuff, but we'll see. I'm not really updated on that part of the coronavirus. But yeah, I was just sitting here watching those at the same time as I was looking at The Sims and not really knowing what to do with the backyard, slightly panicking about it because I felt like nothing that came to mind really worked. At least in my mind it didn't. I don't like to just start out doing stuff unless I have a little bit of an idea of what I want to do. So I kind of like try to plan out things in my head before I get started, a little bit at least. So some of this was planned out before I started, and it turned out nothing like that. Once I got to actually placing down stuff, none of it looked like it did in my head, but that's completely fine. So over here in the corner, I wanted there to be a sand pit so that I could put in one of the monkey jungle bars, but I didn't want it too close to the window either, so I kind of scrapped that idea. They do have a little bit of like a play corner over there, so they end up having a dollhouse, and there's some decor from Toddler Stuff Pack. I think there's a toy box too, and a toy box for the dog as well. So it's not a sand pit, but they do have some toys over there for the kid. Also, the pool, I really wanted the pool to be big, but then it got too close to the staircase, and I thought that looked weird as well, so I made it smaller and stuff. Like, nothing turned out like I wanted, basically. But it's fine. Sometimes it just goes like that. And yeah, am I the only one who can't actually sit down, at least if I'm alone? If I'm with someone else, or we're having like a movie night or something, I can sit down and watch movies and just watch the movie, but if I'm alone, I hate just sitting down and watching a movie. I feel like it's a waste of my time. Like I have to do something at the same time. Am I the only one who's like that? Let me know if any of you can relate to that, because I would really like to know. But that's why I sit here and like I watch movies or TV series while I'm building, basically, because I just can't sit down and just watch Netflix. Like I can't make myself do that. So yeah, let me know. Also, the rocks that you see, not right now, but the ones on the ground, they are from the debug catalog. So to get access to those, you do need to use the cheats in the description box. And all the terrain paint that I did, I only just noticed, by the way, but I think it looks better like this anyways. All the terrain paint that I did, all the gravel at least, is gone from the uploaded version, because when I went back into the build, it had disappeared, but I didn't really notice. But there's still dirt underneath, so that is something at least. I don't know why the game does that. It just deletes terrain paint, and it's super annoying when you spend a lot of time on layering terrain paint and stuff, and then you go take a break because you need to shower or go out to eat with friends or see your mom or something, and you come back and then suddenly the terrain paint is just gone. Like totally anticlimactic, but that happens apparently. But yeah, it's not in the uploaded version, but hopefully that is okay anyways. So over on the rocks, they have, on top of the rocks, I don't really know how to say that, over in that area, I ended up putting a grill area, so they have a barbecue and also a dining table, of course. There's a bench as well, and then on the other side of the pool, I put down some plant pots, and here on the front porch, they just have a small sitting area, and that is actually about it. So if you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT. You can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.